Your soul and spirit fly into mystic. Let your soul and spirit fly into mystic. Into mystic. Into mystic. Into mystic.
And welcome back to Mystic Matters. We are the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce, and we are wrapping up Mystic Matters 2012. Yes. And I want to thank Tricia Cunningham, who has been with me for I don't even know how long. We spent a lot of time together. But we also want to thank our viewers out there.
Absolutely.
And Frank and Michael and the crew of Comcast. They've been so generous to us every time we come to the studio here, and they're just great people. So happy holidays to all of you people in the back. And Tricia?
Suzette.
What is going on in downtown Mystic?
Right now, not just downtown Mystic, but right now we are obviously right in the middle of holiday shopping and getting ready. So I just want to remind everybody there's lots of places you can do your shopping. There's downtown Mystic, there's Old Mystic Village, there's Stonington Borough, there's a lot of great shops right in Groton as well. Right. So there's a lot of places to go where you can absolutely shop locally. So if you're looking for a certain item, even if it's a TV, there's a great place, Paul's TV. I started to think Paul's Pasta, and I was like, wait a minute.
We've got it all.
To the food. So Paul's TV. But there's a lot of great local shops where you can get local attention, you can get one-on-one attention and get that service, that great customer service that you're looking for, and you know, get prices that are just as good. You just have to shop locally. It's something that you need to do as a commitment to your community, because these local businesses, they also support our local nonprofits. So the nonprofits that help give us a great quality of life in our area, those businesses help support that. So it's important to keep that circle, you know, that energy flowing, and make sure that, and it all stems with shopping locally.
Right. And also small businesses also employ a lot of people during the holiday season, and we bring extra people on. So it is that circle, and we'd like to keep that circle going. And we've always said shop local, shop local. And then, of course, we have the aquarium, we have the Mystic Seaport, and Tricia.
One of our favorites. This is like our holiday tradition, our annual tradition for Mystic Matters.
I don't know, how did it become that?
I don't know, but I love it.
Yeah.
I don't know how this happened, but that's like with most traditions. You don't really know how they started, but you love it, so you just keep doing it. Right. So every year our holiday tradition is we end the Mystic Matters show with special guests from one of our local institutions.
The Florence Griswold Museum, and of course, Tammy Flynn has been with us, I don't know, Tammy, how many years ending the year? I don't even remember.
More than 5?
At least more than 5. Yeah.
It's a wonderful way for us, too. We always get very excited about coming and talking to you.
And we also know hubby Sean Flynn as well, too.
Yes, one of our artists.
Art Festival. Right. So it is a small world.
It is a wonderful small world, yes.
And this evening, you may want to introduce our new friend.
I would
to
love
my left,
to introduce Matt Green. Matt is our shop manager and our visitor services manager. So I think he has the best job at the museum because he gets to pick out everything from our gift shop.
I do. It's really fun.
Yeah.
I like to say it's a labor of love.
It must be kind of hard because there's a lot of choice out there. So how do you really narrow down and focus in on what you're going to carry?
I try to follow trends, and one of the trends that I'm really big on is something you've already mentioned, which is support local. We have a lot of goods in the museum shop that are made by local artisans, and that's one of our best sellers. We are very big on supporting local, even in our own shop.
Well, Matt, I said, you know, when we were setting up the show, I said, you know, I want to follow Matt around. I just want to follow him around. And why don't we start with what you have, Tammy? Sure. What is that?
This is a ceramic snowman by artist Pat Rist, and she's from
Branford, Connecticut.
Local.
Yeah, so we've got a local there.
So she does wonderful, you have plates and different things that we carry in the shop, plates and platters and things for the holidays, plus her little more whimsical figures.
And the plates are very popular this time of year because if you're anything like my mother, when you go over someone's house, you bring a nice tray of cookies and baked goods.
And it has to be on something
and
nice.
It's got to be on something nice.
Yeah.
And as a hostess gift, you can always say, keep the platter.
Yes, that's perfect.
I always try to keep the platter and never mention that I have to give it back. And with something like that, Matt, I don't
Is that
want
where your collection has come from?
Oh, it's absolutely true. Thank you so much, Tricia. But on the table, we should just kind of get a
There's
little
so much
view.
to talk about.
I don't even know where to even start. But Matt, why don't you start from my end here? Because you've got some great stuff.
This is another great hostess gift, I think. It's a gift that doesn't need to be wrapped.
There you go.
Which,
it's beautiful.
If I can save time there, why not?
Right.
It's all contained in here: amaryllis bulbs, a pot with saucer, some growing medium, and a little card that explains what you're going to do. And the amaryllis bulbs inside are color coordinated to match those that are on top. So this particular one, it's almost candy cane striped amaryllis.
Absolutely gorgeous.
All contained right here in
Perfect
this gorgeous
holiday.
box.
And to match that, you've got the lavender as well.
Oh, little baby.
Yeah.
We've got a little baby sachet that smells fabulous.
Oh,
Nice, lovely
you
lavender.
could walk away with that. That's absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, that is delightful.
And you know, already gift wrapped.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's a great idea.
And there's one more little item, just if you want to reach, because Tammy said that's pretty well, both of those.
All right.
That I absolutely
That's
love.
fun.
That is.
Look at that piggy bank.
You've got to get a close up of that's fantastic.
That's so fancy.
We've got.
It even has little lips.
Little lips.
Look at those little lips.
I love that.
Hold it up a little
Billy
bit.
Beads.
Yeah, there you go.
A Billy Beads piggy bank. And it's a husband and wife in Brooklyn, New York, who do all of the Millefiore technique clay and then insert Swarovski crystals.
Wow.
And
Can you spin it around a little bit?
gorgeous.
Oh my gosh, that is just absolutely beautiful.
The detail is just fantastic.
Look at how sparkly it is.
Yeah.
And I will say, out of personal experience, once you start collecting Billy Beads, you can't stop. There's just something about them. That glitter just makes you happy. You want to have as many as you can.
Oh, I don't want to start.
And
I can just
that's
see
a lot of fun. And it's
I
so
can see that
colorful.
now.
That'll bring joy to anybody who
It
opens
will.
up that box with that inside.
And
That's
Tricia and
terrific.
Tammy, I have to have Matt just pick up this wonderful ornament. I'm just in love with this ornament.
very
Tricia,
happy.
look at this.
Oh,
Look at that
I
little
love
Rudolph.
that's cute.
This is the best
And
ornament.
is it flying? It's like the
Yes.
legs are up in the air. That's really funny.
That is such a cute ornament.
I like it.
Oh,
So you must have so much fun because you do your shopping seasonally.
I
So
do.
you must have your fun never ends. It's like
It's true. Christmas is all year round for me.
Yeah.
I go on buying trips in New York City, and then I go to some of the local craft shows and artisan shows so that I can balance out the two.
that's terrific.
I'm telling you, I
And
want to follow him around.
Tell us a little bit about. I mean, we're talking a lot about the shop, but the shop is where?
It's at the Florence Griswold Museum in Old Lyme, which is just a hop, skip, and jump in the way from Groton and Mystic.
Because it's right off the highway.
It
Very
is
easy to
Exit
get
70.
to.
It's right off the highway. It's right there.
And it's a beautiful view in every season. We are right on the Lieutenant River and just a really wonderful, relaxing place to be. We have several different things for everybody's taste. We have the historic house, which is where Miss Florence lived, and what we're famous for, what we're known for, is the artists started coming to Miss Florence. She opened her house to boarders in 1899, and happily for her and us in art history, artists started coming because the area, as you know, is such a gorgeous place to paint. Some of the artists would come and paint in Groton Long Point and Mystic, and it was just but they stayed with Miss Florence. They painted on our dining room walls and the door panels, the wooden
And
door
those paintings are
panels.
still there.
Yes, and you will not find another room like that in America. It's a kind of our signature. Then for Christmas we decorate that in the 1910 holiday
That's
spirit.
kind of in celebration because that was her birthday as well. Miss
Yes.
Florence's birthday was Christmas Day,
Christmas
right?
Day is Miss Florence. She would have been 60 then in 1910.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
No.
We're
trying to do the math.
1910. She's, yes, we celebrate though. In grand style for her. And I think what people find interesting is that the decorations, the things that they used in 1910 for decorations, are so different than what we would have thought. There's lots of handmade. She had, we figured she had probably one strand of electric lights, but they're really beautiful.
Really?
And they did a lot with like almost crepe paper. And so the decorations are very happy and wonderful, and lots of beeswax candle things. Yeah. And then we have our gallery, and in our gallery we have 4 designer trees. The designers from Connecticut come,
and this is a must-see for every holiday season.
If you haven't seen it, this is a must-see.
This needs to be your new holiday tradition, if it's not already, to come to Florence Griswold Museum during the holidays.
It's a good way to spend the holidays. Bring your family and friends, and so these 4 designer trees are over the top elaborate. They're beautiful and just they're great inspirations for your own trees, but also just it puts you right in the holiday spirit. But the icon in that the gallery space is Miss Florence's artist tree, and our director of education was trying to think. This has been 9 years he started this. I couldn't believe it. So next year we got to party hard for this. But 9 years ago he said, well, what can we do to have our signature on Christmas? And so he thought back to those panels that I was just talking about, and so he started out with 50. He asked 50 artists to paint palettes. So he mailed these artists. You're going to run out of
room on the tree someday.
I'm really afraid of that. So he sent these palettes to artists.
One.
And
that is beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Each year we add more. So he goes back to different artists. This one in particular is from Ralph Feil. He's an artist in Maine, and I'm sorry, I'm not getting that quite right. Thank you.
There you go.
It's like a little puzzle.
A little mixed up. We're working our way down.
I know. So the wonderful. They're palettes, as you can see. They're artist palettes, but they create their own. There's some that are whimsical, some that are.
You don't give them any.
No, they have no instruction. They do whatever they want to do.
Sort of the panel.
And and Matt's holding.
Matt, hold yours up.
Matt, hold yours up.
Go.
That's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous.
That's by Randy Carl. She's an Old Lime artist.
Oh, that's perfect. Hold it like, just like that. Okay.
So she chose a figurative, to do something figurative. And
Harvest,
Suzette is doing.
Well, this is, I guess this is Trisha's favorite. We always come up with...
Well, I was telling them I love the landscapes. Or, you know what, if it's easier, we can have one of them switch it. Or no, Michael, you got it?
I got it.
All right.
Oh,
way to go,
thank
Michael.
You so much. Isn't that beautiful?
Isn't that pretty?
This is Trisha's favorite.
Oh, do you see how you could just fall into that scenery?
Yes.
And just picture yourself there?
That is absolutely
beautiful.
That
is beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Paul Batch, and he's from Bristol. So we have 8 new palettes this year, and as Tricia said, I'm not quite sure what he plans to do because the tree is getting mighty full.
And you have little, not binoculars.
Yeah, little binoculars.
So because there's some that are higher up, so it gives you an opportunity to take a look at them and still, see the detail in them from that distance. So that's terrific. And then, so you probably have, if you started with 50, how many palettes do you think you have now?
With the addition of these 8, we have over 130.
Wow.
So it's a really exciting, and we do. It's funny that you should say such a tradition. And we had a couple of families that come and have their children's picture taken each year in front of the artist tree, and we didn't know this was happening until we had a reporter there and a photographer, and he was taking the pictures, and the father was like, "We do this every single," and then other people have said they've done that too. So it's a wonderful tradition. It's really sweet.
Yeah.
We're thrilled to be a part of that for families.
Now, for the other trees, you usually have a theme.
So
what's the story this year?
The theme is usually our current exhibitions, and this year we have 2. We have White on White. It's Churches of Rural New England.
That's going to be amazing.
The pictures, it's Steve Rosenthal, and he's an artist from Massachusetts, and he has worked for 40 years documenting these meeting houses and churches all through New England. And he has an incredible eye. He's trained as an architect. So he has this incredible eye for that, but also for the preservation of these structures, these really important, iconic New England structures. So the pictures are fantastic. And there's 4 from Connecticut, so that's also nice. So there'll be 2 trees that are themed around the black and white photography, and 2 trees themed around the other show, which is Ellen Axon Wilson, and she was Woodrow Wilson's first wife, and she was an artist, and she and her entire family came to paint she painted, the family had fun, in Old Lyme.
Nothing wrong with that.
That works, yeah, exactly.
They were all there. And there's great documentation about how Woodrow, he was then president of Princeton University, getting ready to run for governor of New Jersey. So it was an exciting time for the family. And the girls, they had teenage daughters with all these young male artists, and they were always used as models for paintings. And so it's a wonderful story about how they interacted for several summers with the artists. So she was a landscape artist, actually.
Okay.
And,
All right.
so she was a nice landscape artist, and so we have her works there on loan from the Woodrow Wilson House in D.C. So, and we of course have added our pieces as well, and pieces from artists that were working during her time period. And it's a beautiful show, but I think the 2 trees that'll be in there will really
It'll be interesting to
really-
see how they take those
Yeah.
themes and bring them to life on
Exactly.
the tree. That's
Exactly.
terrific.
Tammy, just tell us again the hours that you're open too. It's very important for this holiday season.
Sure, we are open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 5, and Sunday 1 to 5. And on every Sunday we have, Matt, it changes for the season. The fun activities that
Joy in the Making.
Joy in the Making. That's
And that is where families can come into the Hartman Education Center, and included with admission, you can create your own crafts to give as gifts during the holiday season.
Oh, that's fun.
Fantastic.
Is that
So,
on,
yeah.
is that on Sundays?
Every
or is that
Sunday?
Every Sunday in
okay.
December.
Okay, what time, Matt?
That is all the hours that we're open, so from 1 till 5.
Okay. All right, so you
Yeah.
don't have to make an appointment or anything
Nope,
like that.
just come on in.
Yeah.
The more the merrier.
yeah.
Now, what is your favorite item that you sell in the store?
Gosh, actually, I'm wearing one of my favorite items.
Well, yeah.
Excellent. All right.
You have to
and
show
what is
that.
it?
And
Do-
what is
do
that?
tell. Hold it up a little bit.
This is
There you
a
go.
sterling silver
I
cuff.
love that.
And that is made by an Old Lyme artist,
Wow.
Michaela Pearson, and she hammers it all herself, and it's got a wonderful tie.
Yeah, yeah. It
Class.
matches. It goes
Oh.
perfect with your outfit. Yeah.
That's cool. Okay.
And
That's really
interestingly
pretty.
enough, I've been staring at Tammy. You've got this beautiful piece.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about that piece as well?
This is from an artist and in Chester, and she does
Absolutely
a lot of
beautiful.
work with quartz and stone and very raw kind of subjects, and I just love her pieces.
Yeah.
They're very sparkly too.
Yeah, I like the quartz. It's
Yeah.
pretty.
Which is very nice.
like
So
how
you
it's
can
wrapped.
during the holiday season you can view the trees, Tricia, and then spend.
And you can
I've
go
done
shopping.
this. I've actually done this.
Twofer.
And yes, and then go and spend some time. Shopping in the store, or if you have a husband who gets bored with the store, they go back out to see some of the exhibits and of course the trees
Yes.
and walk around too as well. So
No,
that's
it's a great morning or afternoon to spend with the family and to do that. And it's, like I said, it's a wonderful holiday tradition to go to the Florence Griswold Museum to see the trees and to get some little shopping done while you're at it.
So Tammy, as we look forward, Tammy and Matt, what do we have looking forward to 2013?
Next year we have some really great shows coming up in February. The 2 shows that we were just talking about go through January 27th. So we pick up a new show in February, and it's coming from the it's the Museum of London in London, Canada.
London, Canada. All right. All right.
And it's a show about Arthur Hemming. Now, Arthur Hemming was very well known during his lifetime as part of the Seven, which was a group up in Canada that really brought, very, very outdoors art, which is Canada's known for, these very graphic outdoor scenes. He and his colleagues of the Seven were kind of known for that. And we have a connection to him is that he was an Old Lyme artist too. He came down and he painted a panel in the dining room, and he actually wrote a book. The name of the exhibition is Arthur Hemming, Chronicler of the North, and because he did these pieces that were so important for Canadian art. But he was also kind of a chronicler of Old Lyme as well, because he wrote a book about Miss Florence.
Oh, he did?
He wrote that lovely book that just is so full of this firsthand, great illustrations and firsthand, narrative of what he saw, and just it's fun, it's sweet, it's heartwarming. so we're going to have a great time with this show, because it's kind of an international show, as well as it brings it right back home to Old Lyme.
And you seem to do that a lot, and I love how you're able to bring these really big international names and tie it into our local community.
Yeah.
It's amazing, and that's because we did have such a thriving artist community here. So, and we still do. So it's terrific to be able to pull that in.
Absolutely, yeah.
Matt, we only have a few more minutes here, but
Sure.
I just
There's a couple things on this side.
On this side, I have to this sea of penguins.
Yes.
Okay. Is there a special artist?
There's not a special artist, but the trick to the penguins is they're actually 2 pieces, so people love to buy them.
Love this.
Because you can stick them in a padded envelope and mail them to your family members that might not be close to home.
This is fantastic.
So those are just great.
There we go. Look at, oop.
And they come in assorted sizes, from little baby penguins to the
yes.
big
Lots of
adult size.
sizes.
Yeah. And look at the little ones. I just love that.
I love that. So it's so cute. Look at that.
They are cute.
I think that's great too. And then you have this wonderful little book up here, and of course, assortment of
Sure.
different kind of ornaments for the trees. This is wonderful for all ages, I think.
Yeah, A Christmas Carol, but it's very unique. Like, they have these different pictures, and you'll have to see it to believe it. But there's some neat little, and he's going to do a close-up too. But like the first one is a black hat, and then it's Bah Humbug. So it's all these different pictures that kind of pull
That's
in the different
fantastic.
themes from A Christmas Carol. So it's kind of cute how they interpreted it. And it's fun for the little kids because it pulls in the colors. So it's definitely an educational piece with the different colors and helping kids learn the colors. Purple drink. That one made me really laugh the first time I saw that.
I think you and Matt laughed at that one.
I think that's hilarious. That's really cute. That's very creative and cute for the grown-ups to look at as well. So very fun. Very fun.
So Matt, when do you start buying again? I mean, Christmas time, hopefully, and I know the store will do very well, but then you have sort of this lull, and then you're back at it in January.
I am back at it the end of January. As soon as that physical count is done, we are out there buying more. Always new things coming in. It's not just around the holidays. It's not just around a new exhibit opening.
Right.
We are always getting new things in. And what I'd like to mention, people think that they have to buy an admission ticket to the museum to go into the museum shop, and you don't. We would like you to see the whole museum as a total package, but if you live local and you just are looking to support a local shop, you're more than welcome to come in.
That's a very good point.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
That's a very good point, because that shop really kind of stands on its own too. So if you're looking
because it's right when you walk in, so it's right there on the right when you walk in. So you don't necessarily need to do that.
Well, a fun thing that Matt did this is his second year, is he has sleigh days, so you can go on our website and discover what's on sale that day. And so it could be everything that sparkles, or it could be something that's
fun.
blue. Or
Yes.
Oh, I like that.
That's very creative.
So it started back on November 23rd, and it will go through December 23rd, and it really is a new sale every day, and it goes up to 20% off savings. So that really adds up.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's terrific. Oh, that's fun. I didn't realize that.
Tammy, again, where are you located? Just your website one more time.
96 Lime Street, Old Lyme. Our website is florencegriswoldmuseum.org.
Hours of operation as well.
Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 5, and Sunday, 1 to 5.
Excellent.
Well, this kind of wraps up Mystic
It
Matters
does.
for 2012.
I know.
And just really happy that we have the Florence Griswold Museum and,
Thank you
and
for
crew here
being
for
here.
every
We love it.
for our
Thank
last
you.
show.
Thank you.
Tricia, I have to mention it once again. Thank you so much for being my co-host.
Are you
and
kidding?
partner in
Thank
crime,
you.
Crime for all these years. and just to mention again, Frank
You're what
and
makes it
Michael.
fun.
Yeah, that work in the back, and so we look forward to bringing you and presenting to our wonderful audience some new and exciting visitors again on Mystic Matters. And as long as you enjoy the show, we'll continue doing it. So be safe, shop local, and
happy holidays.
Happy holidays, and we'll see you in 2013. Good evening.
Your soul and spirit fly into mystic. Let your soul and spirit fly